Booyaka, booyaka, 619. Booyaka, booyaka. Booyaka, booyaka. Booyaka, booyaka. Booyaka, booyaka. Damn, my abuela. When they come for you. Dude, what the hell is going on right now? My fault, y'all. Let me get the goddamn stream right, bruh. Well, let me go. Hold on, my joint kind of freezing up a little bit. Hold on 1 second. You know what I'm saying? These guys are geeking, bro. Booyaka, booyaka. This one, nah. What the hell is this? Who is this? Oh, Rusev, right? Where the freak has Rusev even been? I can't see. What the freak is going on? Damn, she was pissing me off. Why? Tell me why right now I should care about Sheamus. Tell me why right now I should care. Like, what are you talking about? You guys would be smart to go to deal with Big Oba. Get Rusev all that out of there, bro. See you, Rusev. My fault, chat. We back in it, bro. We're watching the Royal Rumble right now. I should be hitting a nice and clean record. Get Solo ass out of there. Let's go. Let's go, Big Oba. Let's go. We team Oba over here. Rey Mysterio, brother. Rey Mysterio is about to be clipped for you. Gang. What's Ray doing? Oh. I thought Rey Mysterio got hurt the other day. Let's go. Let's turn Oba Femi into Brock Lesnar, baby. Let's go. Let's freaking get it. Chat, what's happening, man? I know I had to drop a surprise little stream for y'all. You know what I mean? But we here. We watching Royal Rumble today. So if you... Oh, is that Matt Cardona? All right, number 6 is Matt Cardona. I'm going to put a chat up there. Hold on. Matt Cardona, it's over for you. Should I put the timestamps in there? We'll do silly. Dang it. Yeah, Cardona, I ain't gonna lie, it's clips for you, bro. It's clips for you, bro. Dude, Michael Cole is so freaking annoying. It literally doesn't even... It literally just blows me. Let me drop you in there. Let me drop you in there, Josh. Let's go. Shut the freak up, Cardona. All right. So if you didn't know, right now we're watching Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble just started. Oba Femi was entrant number 1. Entrant number 2 was Braun Breaker. Obviously, the leaks were that Braun Breaker was number 1. Before the show, Paul Heyman went to Adam Pearce, accusing him of rigging the Rumble. And so I guess what they were able to get on the same page of was Braun Breaker coming in there at number 2. Pretty much, Oba Femi has eliminated everybody. Rey Mysterio, Matt Cardona. I'm like a few seconds behind. I ain't gonna lie, because I had to rewind to watch Oba Femi's full entrance. I didn't really care much about the matches prior to this. I was interested in the Women's Royal Rumble, but I think everybody knew that Liv Morgan was gonna win. So that's what we got. All rise for Damian Priest. Oh my gosh, this is ain't nobody trying to watch no. Well, Damian Priest is coming out there, dude. Well, you know what's always funny about the Royal Rumble is that these dudes have huge stages that they enter in. And y'all, look, sorry. It's ESPN PLE. I got the audio muted over there. Obviously, I'm going to drop this joint on Patreon. I don't really know how to dual stream just yet. I need another camera, and I can probably dual stream on Patreon. But seriously, dude, it's the full video is going to come out over there. But yes, I would believe that ESPN's going to block the freak out of this video if there's any audio playing. Priest got 0 pop, Brad. Honestly, this crowd been weak. From what I could tell, they haven't cheered for pretty much anybody. Like in the Women's Royal Rumble match, they really only cheered for Rhea because she's just popular. And in the men's match, there was some reactions to AJ Styles losing. I don't think the crowd cared too much that Sami Zayn lost because nobody was really booing Drew McIntyre or anything like that. So there's that. And people were excited, like, you know, for Oba. They were chanting a little bit for Oba, so that surprised me. At least Damian Priest's not going out sad. But now I look at this. Golly, dude. Wade and freaking Michael, they are just... I mean, Wade's not bad, I ain't gonna lie. Michael Cole pissed me off. But Damian Priest actually looks huge. But Oba is actually giant. The young OG. This is the first time I actually get to see Javon Evans. I'm on a freaking, what's it called right now? The VPN. And, yeah, my quality is trash. So, my apologies, man. I have no idea how to make this any better. Don't know how to make this quality any better. Maybe if I hit refresh. We're going to let Javon Evans hoop real quick. I'm going to try and find a way to catch up live. Oh my gosh. Oba is freaking looking incredible right now. Javon Evans almost went flying. I ain't gonna lie, presentation really matters, bro, because look at Javon Evans in comparison to the rest of these guys. Get down, Priest. I like this. This is moving fast, man. The entrants are coming in. Oh, Mr. Iguana. Just for that, I'm fast forwarding. That just pissed me off. I'm not actually. Oh, wait, hold on. I got to rewind now. Whip that trick came in here. Hold on. Dang it. Freak. I ain't gonna lie. Mr. Iguana is actually funny. AJ versus Ospreay will feed Generations AEW. You think AJ gonna head over to AEW? Let me know in the chat what y'all think about that. Would y'all be excited to see it? First of all, do y'all believe that Ospreay's coming back to wrestle? This is a big stadium, but it does look like a lot of empty seats. The crowd is, bro, I feel like we've been talking about freaking the NXT talent that was just sitting there, just growing mold. Do you hear these people? Whoop that. Whoop that. Whoop that. Whoop that. Well, that. But this is what I'm talking about, bro. There is a lot of talent in NXT that was just wasting time, growing mold. And Triple H was letting these dudes ferment. You had these NXT dudes have way more motion than the dudes that are on the main roster. Get Mr. Iguana out of there. Trick Williams still got that big puffy jacket on. All right, anyways, let's go back to live. He threw out the. If he really isn't done, he has some time. Then yes, apparently Ospreay is recouping really quick. You think he'll be back in time for All Out, or is it going to be All In? Yeah, I've heard that Ospreay's in backstage, but he could be backstage in a wheelchair. Do you think he's backstage, ready to wrestle, studying film, offering advice? Oh, this is the NXT guys right here. 3 dudes for NXT with motion. More motion than Damian Priest. And Priest was your world champ last year. Javon Evans, Trick Williams, and Obafemi. Yeah, Javon Evans is going to be the next Kofi Kingston. Just the guy that I think is going to be able to do freakishly athletic things that makes the crowd pop. Now, it's going to be interesting to see if he has the charisma that Kofi Kingston did. Cody Rhodes is going to do his old entrance, too. I already know it. Intro, do it all again. Oh, he didn't do his lunch. Around the room, ready for me to. Out the cut, the lights go up. Whoa. I was about to say, maybe All Out. Hey, that'd be a big moment for a big stage. Obviously, Ospreay. I'd love to see him and Ricochet running back. I got to see, a quick match or two of theirs. Obviously, but I mean, I would love to see them really go at it now that Ricochet is like a legitimate heel. I'd like to really see the two of them have motion. Oh, Cody's running it back against Oba. I think at the end of this match, Oba gets costed by Drew McIntyre. Ciampa versus Pac would be a banger. Grande Americano. Why do these jobbers out here freaking carrying Grande Americanos? There's so much BS in the. Let's go. Let's just make it live. I'm live back now. That's just this ain't it. Dang, this is actually. Oh, Powerhouse Hobbs. Powerhouse, and he got his name. He number 14. Oh, never mind. His name is Royce Keys. Okay, so the Titantron said Powerhouse Hobbs at first. It was on a layer of bricks, and then it disappeared, and then it showed Royce Keys. So he's gonna go toe to toe with Damian Priest. This is Powerhouse Hobbs' first step into the WWE. Face to face with Damian Priest. Damian Priest, sit down real quick. Let me slide over here, y'all. Gung! Oh my gosh. Yo, he's getting 0 pop. Oh, he eliminated Priest though. Royce Keys. Powerhouse Hobbs versus Royce Keys. I heard about the Royce thing being his son's name. Do y'all think that rolls off the tongue the same way? Maybe. I don't know. I guess we're going to have to see, Michael Coles did mention the adversity that Royce Keys has had in the past. So maybe he's gonna get a promo or two, or like a video segment where he's gonna be able to address this and maybe talk about, you know. So what happens with the Vision now? Now that Braun Breaker lost, we have. So you think it sounds lame? Yeah. Do you think it's like barrier upon arrival? DOA? Somebody throw Austin Theory out of the ring. I don't even want to see him walk in there. Let's keep talking about Royce Keys. Let's do that, guys. Stop talking about Austin Theory. You know what's funny too? Like, let's think about it. In the Royal Rumble, who has had more success, Logan Paul or Braun Breaker? Why would their goal be to allow Braun Breaker more success? And now the question is going to be, going into Monday Night Raw, who was person in the hoodie? Now, there's a person in the hoodie that attacked Braun Breaker. For all y'all know, I might be the one sending everybody out in hoodies. Because y'all know I watch a lot of these videos with hoodies on. So I'm providing people with the hoodies. It was me. I attacked Braun Breaker. I hate to break it to you. Bro, I feel like he just got his entrance. The crowd was kind of quiet, and now they just kind of went on with the show. And now Bronson Reed's entering. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? All right, so we were just talking about, what's up? We were just talking about Powerhouse Hobbs, a.k.a. Royce Keys. Now, I did hear about Royce being his son's name, and again, shout out to Josh for bringing that up. What do y'all think, man? Does that sound like WrestleMania? Royce Keys. Nah, yeah, look. Yeah, he did not get any pop. No pop. He eliminated Damian Priest. People, I guess, got a little bit excited. The only good thing about this is that I think that the proof is in the pudding that we can get away from the Vision. We have people that I think could be much more interesting. So Bronson Reed and Royce Keys are fighting right now. Let's be honest with each other. Would you rather have Braun Breaker or Royce Keys? Yeah, so and that's what it is. I feel like a lot of stuff happens when they snatch people away from AEW just to be like, we got the AEW guy. But what do you think is going to happen here? I mean, let's think about it. Aleister Black and Rusev also came from AEW a year ago. What have they done in 1 year? Specifically Rusev. What the freak has he done? He already got eliminated in the Royal Rumble. I wanted to mention that to y'all too. I forgot. Rusev, we're on entrant number 17. Rusev already came in and got eliminated. He's been off TV for months. Do y'all think the Rusev day is over already in round 2 of WWE? Dragunov, another NXT product. I don't know what. I think the only benefit for Powerhouse Hobbs, aka Royce Keys, being the WWE, is that he has a international fan base that's a little bit more established and much bigger to pull from if he wants to, like, down the line do his own thing. Otherwise, do y'all think he made a good decision? I mean, there's probably some zeros that, you know, could have potentially swayed him one way or the other. But I don't know where he lands in the WWE. Because I think enough has been proven to us that if Triple H don't want you to win, you're not going to win. A quick pop to a non-pop is social back in AEW, and then that's just not. AEW won that trade, yeah, unfortunately. I think that was supposed to be a moment where we were going to get a viral clip where, like, the crowd was going to erupt because it was Powerhouse Hobbs, but it didn't happen. So, like, what happens now? La Parca. You know that there's 0 people on this roster and 0 stories for them to tell because this is the second person already from AAA. And we're at number 18. There's just, I can't believe this, bro. This is actually terrible. Braun got screwed broken wise, just not needed at the start. No. I think that Braun Breaker has actively been horrible. Over the last year, he's been trash. I think he's been booked horribly. I think him losing to Sami Zayn and then Jey Uso were two terrible things to see. And now you're supposed to tell me that this is supposed to be the face of the company? And he's going 50-50 with Sami Zayn and Jey Uso? And then he loses the United States Championship to Dominic Mysterio? And then in the midst of an entire year does zero things? Has zero memorable feuds? Has had zero championship reigns? What is he doing? Shut up, fool. Talking about DAI hire. Rusev back to catering. Yeah, no facts. Rusev, it was nice to see you, bro. I hope you get to enjoy this trip to Saudi. Go ahead, get you some snacks back there. Oh my gosh, you're freaking right. Ray Phoenix has been there for a year too. Fresh out of AEW. Penta's fresh out of AEW too. I think that they like Penta, but Penta's just gonna be the fuel to everyone's storylines. I think he's gonna be the person that some of the bad guys have to face, or the good guys gonna have to team up with. Dragon Lee. Now again, we've seen 3 guys already from or 2 or 3 guys already from AAA. Now Dragon Lee is now our newest entrant into the ring. What is different about Dragon Lee than the other guys? At the very least, Mr. Iguana has a pet iguana, right? That would allow you to differentiate him from Dragon Lee. Now, what the freak is the difference between La Parca and Dragon Lee? Obviously, Rey Mysterio has years and years and years of that was a nice move of fan love and equity that he's built up in his name. But what differentiates Dragon Lee from Rey Fenix from Penta? You didn't like that take when I said Javon is the new Kobe? Nah, the stadium looks crazy empty. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't want to get in the middle of the hype, but like it looks super empty. My quality's kind of trash because I'm on a VPN, but it don't look good. Let me try and refresh this. Hold on. I'm right in the middle of an entrant. So I don't know. Maybe my live time reaction ain't gonna be the same that a lot of y'all wanted it to be. But yeah. Not able to watch right now, reading the summary, and her looked empty. Yeah, a lot of people have been saying that it does look empty in there, man. Seriously. From what I can tell, it looks empty. I ain't gonna lie. Go back to my live screen. Triple A talent. Yeah, we don't have enough names. So dude, this got even worse. How did I refresh and the quality got even worse? This looks terrible. It's in like 240p. That looks a little better. Logan Paul's in there. I don't understand how Rey Fenix and Penta have been in the WWE for 1 year, and they have yet to cross paths. The only time that they've ever been in each other's face was, I think, during one instance in AAA. And that's it. Hey, you come on now. I did talk about the luchas being used as only cannon fodder. Like y'all said, they've been only utilized as jobbers. They just come in there, do a couple quick moves, make somebody else look good, and that's supposed to be like your stepping stool or your stepping stone onto the next challenge, the next story, or whatever. These guys, they're all the same person. They have no unique characters, and they're not doing anything. Oh my gosh, how's it gonna eliminate it? That wasn't even cool. All right, so Powerhouse Hobbs just got eliminated. The Vision just clotheslined him, got him out of there. So thank you for coming to the Royal Rumble, getting no pop, and getting eliminated in probably 5 to 10 minutes. Thanks a lot. Royce Keys. See ya. From what I can tell, that stadium looks like... It's tough to tell because the way they have it set up, there's like little... I can't tell what that is. I don't know if those are cup holders or like T-shirts or something like that. It looks very empty. But it's hard to tell. You can't see movement beyond that. But if my eyes are treating me right, there are like a lot of seats with no people in there. It's like this is probably... LA Knight came back. This was the person I wanted to win the Royal Rumble. I should have made a Royal Rumble predictions video, but LA Knight. Let's think about this for a second. So the Vision members are in the Royal Rumble. LA Knight just made his return. The last time we seen LA Knight was when the Vision took him out. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Hobbs gonna learn. He gonna learn what they in the WWE, bro. If he thought he wasn't getting booked right in AEW, oh brother, you about to get chopped up out here. Josh, you're right, man. Even Michael Cole called that fool Kofi. Dude, Ray Phoenix ain't do nothing, bro. Getting Theory out of there. Triple A would have had their minds blown if they had Bandito or Hechicero. You know, facts. I do agree. Yeah, I think that's over with. I think the Lucha Bros is cooked. And what's crazy is that there's a tag team division that could use the Lucha Bros. So LA Knight's eliminating every one of the Vision members. Please tell me that after the Royal Rumble, we are done with the Vision. Austin Theory, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed have all been eliminated already. We need to be done with the Vision. I can't believe they got Hobbs out of there, bro. Dang, they popped though for they popped for Brock Lesnar. Oh my gosh, please don't tell me. You know what I'm thinking about? Brock Lesnar is gonna win this. He is gonna. Why? Yo, Paul Heyman's fake as bro. So why did Paul Heyman come out with the Vision and then go back in there? Now he's walking out with Brock Lesnar. They all the same damn person. Why did the camera just get on Cody Rhodes? What the freak is Michael Cole talking about? All right, so they just put the camera on Cody Rhodes while Brock Lesnar is entering the ring. Alongside Brock Lesnar is Paul Heyman, who also came out with the Vision members. For some reason, Cody Rhodes is like upset at Brock Lesnar. What interactions have they had in years? Wasn't it like 2023 was the last time these guys feuded? Get your ass down with a suplex, Cody Rhodes. No one's wearing. There is no WWE merch. There's no signs. Yeah, you're right. It's just like a random, like, you know, Saturday for them. Like, hey guys, you want to pull up? Pull up. Yeah, I heard AEW was trying to pay, but I guess bro thought that he was gonna come over here. I mean, I guess the potential is there for you to become an international superstar. Obviously, since the WWE is already established and has a lot of connections. We got Obafemi and Brock Lesnar facing off. They're about to destroy The Miz. Paul Heyman has. I agree. Cody Rhodes and LA Knight came in way too early. So, like, what are we doing now? Because, like, all the good guys, the guys that anybody would want to see are already in the ring. All right, the only potential person you would care about is, like, Roman Reigns, right? I saw this coming 30 seconds ago that The Miz was going to enter in the middle of this face-off and then leave the ring. Okay, so now everybody's going to watch Brock and Oba face-off. All right. So is this... If Brock Lesnar doesn't win, that's probably the only match that makes sense for him, is for him to face off against Obafemi. And then if Obafemi can beat him, then we retire Brock Lesnar. That's it. Dude, it's not just me, right? Cole is like just a buffoon. Yep, Dragunov, get your ass out of there. Please let us get this face off. Obafemi keeps powering up in the corner, and he's just waiting for Brock Lesnar to face off. How would I feel if Cody Rhodes? Look, I'm going to tell you one thing, guys. If Cody Rhodes wins 3 times in 4 years, I'm done. I'm not going to be done, but I am going to flip something in here. What is that? Who? Oh, speaking of the devil, Ray Phoenix. Yeah. Cole. All right, like for example, Ray Phoenix is walking into the ring, the Royal Rumble. We just saw Brock Lesnar and Obafemi face off, right? He's running to the ring. Ray Phoenix, what a match he had against Carmelo Hayes last night. Like, why did you bring that up? First of all, he lost. It's not like these guys had a specialty match or anything like that. Not like those Extreme Rules or Street Fight. It was just a regular match. Yeah, it was exciting to watch and entertaining, but what the freak did he say that stupid stuff for? Let's talk about what's going on in the ring. Let's talk about Royce Keys. Who is Royce Keys, and why should we care about him? No, I'm gonna tell you something right now. No. Brock Lesnar's still in the ring. He just threw out Ray Phoenix too. So Ray Phoenix was in there for literally about 15 seconds. Yo, we've gotten teased in Obafemi and Brock Lesnar face off about 10 times. Please, guys, start fighting. All right. They're getting. Okay, Obafemi knocked Brock Lesnar down. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna tell you one thing right now. Two things. Obafemi just got eliminated. That was the reason for my face. My second thing, Jey Uso's yeeting instead of getting. He came to the crowd and now he's yeeting instead of getting in the ring. I'm not mad at him yeeting, honestly, but it just added to my. Like, the timing of that, Obafemi getting eliminated, and then Jey Uso, that just pissed me off. That pissed me off, I ain't gonna lie. Brock Lesnar just got eliminated. So the only thing that makes sense here, LA Knight better win this match. Jey Uso is still walking to the freaking ring. I promise you, by the time Jey Uso actually gets in the ring, it's gonna be time for the next entrant. What the freak is Jey Uso doing? Tell the Seeks to get out the way. He almost punched a dude in the face. Oh my gosh. What the freak is Jey Uso doing? Get in the ring, bro. You know what's crazy? Is just like you're saying, these eliminations weren't even done in a way that like there could be a story or anything like that. Tell me right now. Do you remember how Hobbs got eliminated? I don't. Was it Damien? Who threw him over the ring? Oba and Hobbs got brought out for a pop. Obafemi got thrown out by who was that? Brock Lesnar? And then Brock Lesnar got thrown out by Cody Rhodes and LA Knight. This dude's running it back in the Royal Rumble. He's running back in the Royal Rumble. Guys, Jey Uso is still yeeting. And Michael Cole said, he said this to Wade Barrett, when you sit down, you look like an ostrich. All right. Number 26 is Roman Reigns. Yeah, Curtin. He says he's winded already. You know, facts. Yeah, I think the only thing that makes any sense would be LA Knight. There's no way you just brought LA Knight back, right, to get a little bit of revenge against the Vision and then lose. No way, right? Roman Reigns has that thing on his elbow again. Is his bicep still messed up? You're right. My apologies. Let's go. Shout out to Roman Reigns spinning that heat. Roman Reigns was speaking that fact. Tribal Chief, come save us. Paul Heyman is literally got to be the worst manager of all time, right? There's no way that he brought 5 people to the Royal Rumble and none of them won, right? Let's think about the math behind that, right? There's no freaking way that 1/6 of the Royal Rumble was all your guys that you brought to the ring Thank you, thank you. Get Jey Uso out of there. I ain't lie. All right, so Roman Reigns got face to face with Jey Uso, and he's like running back. So they turn the music back on, and Jey Uso's about to go climb to the top rope, and he gives him an uppercut. I like that. I like that. Roman Reigns, you know what I'm saying? Let's go have motion. Let's stop playing around. Let's stop playing around with these boys. Let's go, Roman. Let's go, Roman. Let's talk that talk, man. Let's go. Nah, that thing is empty, bro. Miz, see you. They're gonna get you out of there real quick. Yep, 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 yep. Oh, there goes the Miz. Told you. Miz just ate a spear and got thrown over the top rope. My tribal chief. Yeah, get his ass out of there, man. Shout out to Roman Reigns, the man with the facts. Oh, you're right. But you know what? Rhea got a lot of pyro in the match, but she lost. Jacob Fatu is number 27. Who? I'm trying to think who would make sense to win the Royal Rumble, because somebody has to win this and face off against one of the champs, and then somebody has to win and face off against the other champ. I would assume that the person that wins this one is going to be the one that's going to be fighting against CM Punk. And that's the way it has to go, right? Because I can't see, because I think there's just too much mystique behind. Well, actually, hold on. I think that there could be, like, the winner of this one should be the person that fights against the SmackDown champion. Why? Because there's potential there for that to be another champion by the time WrestleMania comes, right? And in addition, it'd be a great way to get a lot more excitement over there to SmackDown. Yeah, but I understand the winner gets to choose, but like I would assume that it'd be booked in a way that would give us something to watch. Because I mean, who do you want to watch argue with CM Punk for like 2 months? Who wants to see that? You know what I mean? It would have to be something meaningful, right? Like it can't be Cody Rhodes. I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. But I feel like both of those guys might defend before the WrestleMania, right? What do you think? Roman J. Cody in LA, the Final Four. Miz is absolutely a wasted spot. You know, it was a wasted spot though. How they did last year, how they had the Zawa out there, and Speed came out, and Sammy comes out the Royal Rumble. No way. If Sami Zayn came out in the Royal Rumble, that would be actually crazy. I know people were saying that Gunther might be in the Royal Rumble. Am I freaking crazy right now? Roman Reigns gave Jey Uso an uppercut, and then now they just combined to do a 1D. How do y'all feel about AJ Styles retiring? Do you think he's legitimately gone? Oh, there's Penta. He's gonna get thrown out. I can't believe Javon Evans is still in the ring. Good for him. He ain't doing nothing. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Nothing has been memorable in this match. No move, no debut, no nothing. Let's think about it for a second. Powerhouse Hobbs came out, and we're gonna remember that. But do I want, like, if I'm Powerhouse Hobbs, this, bro, just have me debut on a TV show, because this was a waste of time. Other than him going to Dubai, I mean, that would be pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? You get to go to Saudi. I'm sure that would be nice. Like, oh, cool. Like, you know, I mean, ooh, Saudi Arabia. I'm in Riyadh. I get to enjoy myself. Yeah, other than that, heck no. Hold on, let me answer this call. My bad, stream. I didn't expect that to happen, but it was important. I missed some stuff. All right, guys, what I miss? What the freak did I miss? If Sammy comes out, chill out, fool. If Sammy comes out number 30, all right, so freaking Gunther is in the match. I thought that was Cap. Gunther's in there. Randy Orton's in there. Randy Orton just threw out Javon Evans. Jacob Fatu's still in there. Still got Penta. Still got Logan Paul. Still got Fatu. So I didn't really miss much, huh? Oh, that was it. So Gunther was number 30. Oh man, yeah, super forgettable, bro. There goes Penta. Dude, we got worked thinking Jericho was gonna be a part of this. This is crazy. An easy cash grab. Easy. Think about dude, they had enough money to build a stadium out there. Let's think about the checks that probably got tossed. You think these guys like Roman Reigns are showing up to Royal Rumble for the free ski? Randy Orton? These guys that barely wrestle? Even freaking Cody Rhodes. These guys all went to Saudi? Logan Paul? Nah, I'm going to tell you that. This is absolutely crazy. What happened here that any of us couldn't have seen in the future? All right, Cody Rhodes just accidentally did a Cody Cutter on Randy Orton. Uh-oh. They're going to have a face-to-face on Friday. Randy, I respect you. You know I wouldn't do that to you. Yo, he kicked the freak out of him. Drew McIntyre eliminated Cody Rhodes. Now, Jacob Fatu, if you're real crash out, you would jump out the ring and attack Drew. Let's see if you're real. Yep, this makes no sense. I mean, I'm cool with that. I think that you can be a teammate with somebody in order to try and get somebody tossed over the top rope. But then you can also be like, this is every man for himself. All right, so Roman Reigns just threw out Jey Uso. So the last four people are Gunther, Roman Reigns. Time out. What the freak? Are y'all trying to sit there and tell me, did I turn away from the screen that long? Did I turn away from the screen that long? Where is LA Knight? Where? Oh my God. I turned away for 2 seconds. Okay, how long was I on the phone? How was like 3-4 minutes? Wow. Dude, you're absolutely right. Josh, you are absolutely freaking right. Now, there's some people up there in the top portion of the crowd. They're waving lights. I can see there's a few people up there. Drew absolutely eliminated Cody Rhodes, so we're going to be running this back again. Cody Rhodes probably going to win the Elimination Chamber. I promise you that. No freaking way LA Knight didn't do... Are we just going to give it back to Roman Reigns? The only sensible thing that makes... like I would be interested in right here, right now, would be Roman Reigns winning. Do you... tell me, does anybody care about Randy Orton winning? All right, there goes Logan Paul. So, again, now it's official. Paul Heyman is absolutely the worst manager ever. He brought 5 people to the Royal Rumble, and every single one of them lost. Randy Orton just got thrown over the top rope. So the only thing that make any sense is Roman Reigns. Now, like the only thing I could see making a little bit of sense is Roman Reigns going after the title that CM Punk is holding. But why would he go after the title that CM Punk is holding, knowing that he doesn't like that title? So now we can go against Drew, which would give Drew the perfect opportunity to revisit the Bloodline Assassin. Now we can have something. I ain't gonna lie. If Gunther wins, I'm. Why is Gunther trying to choke this dude out in a Royal Rumble? Yeah, LA Knight. I think you're right. There is no hope for LA Knight. There is no hope. I think that we just keep getting hopeful about the potential that is there for LA Knight, but there's none. It's cooked. It's cooked. Why is Gunther trying to choke out Roman? LA Knight is gone, bro. And here's what's going to happen. On Monday, he's going to be back feuding with the... Oh, my gosh. For 1 year, this dude has been feuding with the Vision. He's going to be feuding with the Vision again. What is it going to be this year? Is LA Knight going to suddenly win the Money in the Bank match? Is that what we're going to get this year? Is that going to be our big payoff? No way. They're not going to have LA Knight go to the WrestleMania main event match. Copy, paste, copy, paste. You're right. Yeah, I agree. I enjoyed Roman Reigns. Who can I get a yes sir in the chat? If you would rather Roman Reigns hold the title hostage for 1,000 days or see this BS we've been getting over the last 2 years, which would you rather see? Let's see it in the chat. Let's get a yes sir. Because my tribal chief just won it all, baby. My tribal chief just won it, baby. What? I see the yes sirs in the chat. You say no? Hey. Yo. Oh my gosh. That is facts. Try on. Yo. Roman Reigns won an interview 1 day before the Royal Rumble, said the creative is trash. And next day he wins the Royal Rumble. Now that's called politicking. Did you see how I went and got on that phone call? Roman said, I'm going to call The Rock up right now. And we're going to handle this. They said, let's go ahead and scrap our plans. Roman Reigns, you will be winning. Dang, you got the fingers down? You not a Roman Reigns? You not with the tribal chief? What kind of blasphemy is this? No, yeah, literally, what the freak do we have Gunther in this twice tonight, right? Like, I understand that we've seen this before. Like, there's people that have been able to work their way into the Royal Rumble or the Elimination Chamber. Like, for example, Edge was in 2 Elimination Chamber matches in one night. Why the freak did Gunther come in here? What did he accomplish coming in? Carmelo Hayes wasn't even in the Royal Rumble. Why was... Roman Reigns is like almost, what is he, 40? Triple GBT. No, this is crazy. This is super safe booking. Liv Morgan won the Women's Elimination Chamber. No Bianca Belair. I don't know where Naomi is. The women's division is cooked. They brought some of the women from NXT. Like Sol Ruka at least got to last a long time, but she didn't, she's, I don't know. Roman is 40 and is going to be your part-time undisputed champ. Here's what we got to think about. At the very least, Roman Reigns doesn't write the show, right? Obviously, contractually, there's an obligation for the WWE to fulfill. And they have him written part-time. Here's the thing. He could be written part-time in a way that makes sense. He disregarded the rule, the power that was on top of the WWE when he was holding the title. To the point where he was saying, I have this title and this grants me an amount of power that allows me to do whatever I like to do. They're still doing pyro, dude. God dang, shut up with that shit, dude. So I can talk. Anyways, it made the title feel more prestigious because the entire head of the table, the children on my backs, the tables that I have to fill with plates of food, people that are counting on me, it meant something. He got his boys, his cousins, championships. He was able to lift Sami Zayn up. He was able to make Paul Heyman relevant again. It all meant something. What have these guys done in 2 years with titles? Roman won't fit this creative. No, I'm not. Absolutely not. He won't. And that's the problem, is that the creative does suck. I mean, let's think about it. Roman Reigns also got pinned by Bronson Reed. What was that, SummerSlam? Let me see. What was that match? I don't know what that's about. That was it. I mean, that's it. I don't know. Bronson Reed versus Roman. Do I even need to make a recap video for this? I feel like I might just be ranting forever. Yeah, that was Crown Jewel. I'm sorry. So Crown Jewel in October. So almost 5 months later. What's Bronson Reed doing? I would like y'all to let me know. What is Bronson Reed doing 5 months later? What did Roman Reigns losing to Bronson Reed do for him? Yeah, he's going for Drew. I do think that could be interesting. Allowing Drew to revisit. Because think about it, bro. Over the 1,000, 1,200, 1,300 days that Roman Reigns was champion, 1,400 days that he was champion, a lot of that was the bloodline thwarting Drew every opportunity he could to be successful. Not only was it CM Punk towards the latter portion of that was able to have that great build, Roman Reigns and the bloodline stopped Drew from doing anything. So I think now we can have Bounty Hunter Drew come back, and this could be great. I could be entertained. We can finally get our Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre match again. Brown doing nothing at all. Yeah, I agree. I don't think Roman would have the world title. So sorry, CM Punk. You're going to be facing off against the guy that wins the Elimination Chamber, which will probably be Cody Rhodes. Liv Morgan, what is she gonna? So how is that gonna work? She has the opportunity to challenge, 75 Carey and win the title, but that would be what's probably going to be Raquel, right? That's the only thing that could be entertaining. Raquel could win. They're still doing pyro for Roman Reigns. Goodness. So Stephanie Valkyrie could lose the title to Miss Raquel, which would then put Liv Morgan in an awkward position because now she may have to fight off against her friend. This could also put the members of the Judgment Day in a strange position as well, because Liv may ask for them to put her stablemate down, help cheat, whatever, and now they're going to be like, okay, who do we side with? I think that could be interesting. Braun got stomped and then got thrown out of the ring. So Braun Breaker's WrestleMania match is going to be against Seth Rollins. Let's also think about this for a second. Why would any of us care about this match? Like, obviously Braun Breaker attacked Seth Rollins, right? But like, why do we care about that? You know what I mean? Like, why do we care about that in the context of a WrestleMania match? Like, it's not like Braun costed Seth Rollins the championship, right? So what would be the weight of these two dudes beefing? And what is Triple H's infatuation with guys with hoodies? If you wanted somebody to get the job done, I would have eliminated Bronson Break. You know what I'm saying? Dude, they're all the freaking same person. Brock Lesnar, Bronson Reed, Braun Break, blah, 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 blah. They're all the same person. All right. Anyways, that's a nice little layout in the city. I ain't gonna lie, it looks kind of nice. Yeah, 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 yeah. He got stomped out, and then he got thrown over the top rope. So he got stomped out on the outside of the ring. He walked in. He got thrown into the ring or walked into the ring, and then Oba threw him over the top rope. What y'all thinking in the chat? So if y'all had to rate this show so far, I mean, I know I only jumped on for the men's Royal Rumble, but let's just talk about it. The women's Royal Rumble, the surprises were you had Brie Bella show back up. So now you got the Bella twins reunited. Yay! That's weird because isn't the other Bella a bad guy now? So are the Bella twins supposed to be bad guys? They're going to be going against the Io and Rhea. Yay, the Bella twins! Neither one of them won the Royal Rumble though. Liv Morgan run. Did we get any other surprises in the Royal Rumble on the women's end? I don't think so. But Liv Morgan won. I think that was my pick to win. And then AJ Styles lost. That's what I was saying. Now, surprisingly, Drew McIntyre actually beat Sammy, and I do think that what's probably going to happen is now that WrestleMania is in Saudi next year, they're probably going to have Sami Zayn win the championship in Saudi next year. But I'm very glad that Sami Zayn did not win the title because I'm going to tell you one thing. I was going to be booing him. You missed the women's rumble. Again, you didn't really miss much. Sol Ruka was in there hooping. I will say that. And then but Liv Morgan won. I mean, that's just kind of what it was. Liv Morgan won. What happened to elevating the younger talent? We're still retreating with part-timers and almost 50-year-olds. Yeah, I do not understand it. No, Jericho did absolutely not show up. But we got Powerhouse Hobbs, a.k.a. Royce Keys. We did get a face-off moment between Alexa and Charlotte Flair in the Women's Royal Rumble. So let me talk about the big moments that happened in the Women's Royal Rumble. Okay, all right. So your entrance spot number 1 was Charlotte Flair. Okay, and entrance spot number 2, Alexa Bliss. So obviously this was something that was, I mean, anybody knew when Alexa approached Charlotte backstage with intentions to join a tag team together that they were eventually going to go at each other's necks and eventually beef. So it looks like the play is for these two women to have a fight at WrestleMania because both of them lost. And I guess the play is that Charlotte accidentally eliminated Alexa Bliss, which is strange, but I guess, whatever. Again, we got a bunch of NXT talent that showed up there. Like we had Lola, she showed up out there. Good for her. It's so hard to recognize anybody in their outfits because the women get hoed so crazy. Again, I would argue that the only person that you should have cared about in this match was my GOAT, my champion, Soul Mother effing Ruka. Bro, she walked into the ring, she climbed to the top rope, did a 450 clothesline. She hoops. That's what I'm telling y'all. Sammy losing, thank God, but the booking for Sammy leading in, I think that's why I dislike Sami Zayn. It's not even because he's like the underdog, but like he's so obviously not the underdog. He just ends up in situations that he didn't deserve to be in. That's what I think is a strange thing about his booking, because if you just look at it logically, it's not like he's grinding for these opportunities. He just jumps in and goes Karen mode and ends up with an opportunity because people pity him. And then he finds a way to like leech onto somebody else's success. It's annoying. It's actually annoying. But yeah, we got other people like Kaylani. I think Tiffany Stratton made a return to the Royal Rumble. But yeah, it was. I thought Nia and them were gonna win too. They didn't. I guess the only other thing that you could talk about too in the Women's Royal Rumble was that Liv Morgan was the one that actually eliminated Raquel. So again, what's probably gonna happen is that Liv is going to be like, I challenge you for the title because you're gonna lose. Because what's gonna happen is Raquel's gonna be like, Liv, what was that? Sister, you know, it was Royal Rumble. I had to win. Okay, yeah, sounds good. Now you go and win your match. She wins her match, and then she's gonna say, Sister, I choose you. Like Pokemon, you know what I mean? But yeah, long story short, ain't nothing really happened. Liv Morgan was the championship winner. She won the match. Cool. So you got Tiffany Stratton back from injury, I guess. The Bella Twins are back reunited, and Liv eliminated Rock L. I think that's pretty much it. That's all you got in the women's match. And then the men's matches, which is it's so strange that this happened, but Gunther beat AJ Styles, and why I say it's strange is because he made AJ Styles pass out. How does AJ Styles pass out, but John Cena taps out? Just let me know when that makes any sense, guys. There was a moment though when AJ Styles was like taking off his gloves and the crowd was like, no, 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 and then he put them back on and did the phenomenal joint. Like maybe he's still gonna be around. I don't know what that means, but that's not how that should work. And then in the other match, yeah, Drew McIntyre, he beat Sami Zayn. So I think he's like what 12-0. I think Drew is 12-0 now against Sami. So good for him. I'm glad. I'll tell you. One thing. I'd have literally lost my mind. You know what's crazy? R-Truth wasn't even in the Royal Rumble. Oh my gosh, that's so annoying. But yeah, the men's Royal Rumble, let's talk about it. Braun Breaker showed up as entrant number 2. He was obviously leaked to be entrant number 1, but I will say that WWE did a good job trying to retcon this. Paul Heyman walked up on the guys at the pre-show and was like, "You're trying to sabotage my guy. You're trying to sabotage my guy. He wasn't supposed to be in there number 1. Da 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 da. You know that's the worst position." And they were like, "We got you." Basically, he got then given number 2, as if that was some type of concession. If y'all think what, I think it's cooked. I do not think that Chris Jericho comes to the WWE. I think it's cooked, unless he's like I don't know, like mentors. I think it's cooked. I don't think he's gonna be in ring. Powerhouse Royce Keys, chill out. I was absolutely, me personally, I was absolutely disappointed. Powerhouse Royce Keys, like Royce Keys. Again, I'm not. Royce Keys. I just got like, what is that? All I think of is Rolls Royce Keys, which does not sound like somebody who's brutal, who's menacing, who's gonna beat you down. That's like suavemente. You know what I mean? That's all I think of. Yes, Lash did knock out several big names, but do you think that that's going to mean something for her booking moving forwards? Like what typically happens is they just mention it. You know what I mean? So it's tough for me to like get behind it because it gets mentioned, but doesn't really mean much. Like for example, Nia eliminated technically 20 people last year, right? But like that didn't really nobody talked about that moving forwards. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's tough to like believe that means much. Yeah, Triple K is something else. You think AJ Styles? We said that earlier in the chat too. We were like him versus Ospreay. Could be a potential match. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. Collision should be lit. Should I go live for Collision? Y'all let me know, bro. Should I go live for Collision? Or just y'all just want to see the review? Dude, you know, like, and it's so crazy because I do not remember how freaking Hobbs got eliminated. I don't remember anything he did in the match. He showed up, bricks that said Powerhouse Hobbs on Titantron, and then it switched over to Royce Keys. And I think at that, when it said Royce Keys, that was it. The crowd and me we all in the chat were just like, he walks out there, hits a couple clotheslines, a couple running slams, and then he got eliminated. Yeah, Mr. Suavemente. That's what I'm thinking of. When you hear Royce Keys, when you hear Powerhouse Hobbs, that sounds like, okay. Royce Keys. You know, now let's think about it for a second. Your world heavyweight champion, Royce Keys. Think of the WWE. Y'all see how they book. We talked about this in the Unreal episode. When they had Chelsea Green up there, and they were saying that this is her limit. She's just going to be the funny person. It doesn't matter how charismatic. It doesn't matter that there could be plenty of ideas, things that she could bounce off of. As a hilarious women's champion. This is it. This is her ceiling. She's not going to be the person that beat Charlotte Flair, Tiffany Stratton. She's never going to be the person that holds the title. We just renewed her contract, but we're telling you up front, she's not going to be successful. That's how I feel about them having this guy be Royce Keys. I rip they buried him. I rip he's going nowhere. He ain't winning no championships. He's about to be Rusev. He's about to be a person that gets one or two good presentations going forwards. Maybe there's a good brawl where we can see some hard hits, some slaps, some chops, and that's it. Where's Rusev been after the feud for Sheamus? Where's he been? He's been off TV. The most he got in front of a camera was main event. Yep, Tommaso got a big pop. I understand. Okay. So let me think. I'm not even going to try to be disrespectful, but now you made me think about it. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Because I know he has some rough connections to family. So I'm trying not to be disrespectful. Yeah. All right, I'm not gonna get on it, but what I'm not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? But what I was gonna say is essentially that sounds like you give a little noogie, Royce, my boy. It doesn't sound like somebody who's like, think of Roman Reigns, Royce Keys. Maybe it'll grow on me. I don't know. Maybe it'll grow on me. LA Knight's elimination must have been meaningless because I dang sure don't remember it. Oh, yeah, but we were talking about Braun Breaker. Yeah. Before I went on that tirade. This is what happened. Let me get a screen grab for you. This is funny. So, Braun Breaker's running to... He's not even running. He's just walking to the ring, right? He's walking to the ring. This dude gets stomped while walking to the ring, and then gets thrown into the ring, and then with Oba in the background, as the dude is trying to grab his bearing, he gets thrown off the top rope. That's it for Braun. Entrant number 2. All the build for the Vision being the future of the WWE. All the build for the Vision going to unite 4 people after the same goal, trying to ensure that Braun Breaker wins the championship in his first. The first step of winning the championship is going to be him winning the Royal Rumble. This dude gets eliminated in 5 seconds. Now tell me how that makes any sense, guys. Tell me what we've been wasting our good TV time for. I'm telling you, Rusev is going to be Hobbs. Hobbs is going to be Rusev. Go live. Callis family. Yeah, you might be right. The Callis family may need me. You might be right there. They might need me. Royce Keys, Powerhouse Hobbs. I'll take the later. I'll take the latter. No facts. We'll see though. Maybe Royce Keys will grow on me. Guys, that's a great point. Didn't I make a video about this already? Or didn't we talk about this in a live? I think I talked about this already. But we're gonna bring it back up because it's important. Dude, y'all gonna laugh about this. Let's look at this for a second. Come over here and take a look at this. Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes were brawling in August. And we're still about to get these guys feuding. They're still beefing. They're still going to be beefing leading into Royal Rumble. Oh my. I think that the WWE believes that since Drew McIntyre made an interesting feud with CM Punk a while back, that every Drew McIntyre feud has to be excruciatingly long. It's tomfoolish. In addition, where's Aleister Black? Speaking of AEW guys, where's Aleister Black? He lost to Damian Priest, and then since then he's been off TV. I understand he got put through an ambulance. You shouldn't be able to get put through an ambulance to show up like nothing happened the next day. Cool, but now what? So, I mean, this is why it isn't easy for me to believe that he's going to be uber successful in the WWE, because if you look at the majority of the AEW transplants, none of them have done anything. I would salute Stephanie Vaquera, but her presentation has been nerfed as well. Let's think about it for a second. I think she came over to the WWE, and I'm not going to lie, in NXT, she was running stuff. Even on the main roster, she had a lot of aura. People were in suspense of her. But for then some reason, they washed a match with her and Io Sky. They threw that out there, so these women were able to match up. I matched out. A lot of people were excited to see, and then they threw that out the way, and then now what have we gotten since then? We got to see what she could do in the ring, right? But unfortunately, we got to see that against Io Sky. So we know that she has it, but what have we seen since then? Has anything that she's done in the ring since then been something that we should be excited for? Absolutely not. I'm gonna tell you like that. Nothing that she's done in the ring is good since then. And I know she can hoop, but it's just unfortunate. So even though she holds the title, like, what has she done since she's been on the main roster? Has she cut a promo that's memorable? Has she had a moment or storyline that's something that you should be paying attention to? And I'm not going to lie. I mean, I will grant her a little bit of relief. I was excited for the feud that she was going to have with Naomi, but Naomi, got prego. Royce Keys sounds like a lawyer. You might be right. Call Royce Keys to get your business claim adjusted. Your insurance claim, something like that. I want to see the financial inspector. Nah, I ain't going to lie. I think you might be right. I don't know if the crowd bought tickets, but I know the crowd spent that money. The vision looks absolutely blind. It is time for them to lose that vision. Let's go ahead and put some cataracts in. Yeah, when El Femi got eliminated, I was done. And then, I literally got on the phone call and got back, and LA Knight was gone. I said, what is this? Saw the SmackDown, the stadiums look, the stadiums did look empty. They shipped in more bodies in it. Heard Black is injured, tailbone. Ooh, no. I want Street Profits back. Yeah, where have the freaking Street Profits been? Get Dawkins and Montez beefing with each other and start Montez forward solo run. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Where have the Street Profits been? Let us know. When was the last time they were on TV? They lost to the Wyatt Six, right? And that was it. We haven't seen them since, right? So look at the timeline right here. Street Profits tension grows after loss. This was in September. Remember, these guys were side-eyeing each other. What came of that? Nothing. Okay, gotcha. That's what I thought. I was just trying to make sure. Okay, was there something here? No, it wasn't. Nothing at all. Street Profits had a new character. I mean, there's only so many times that I think you can renew these guys. Yeah, I think that's what happened. Is that the Street Profits, they had their match against the Wyatt Six, and like I said, in Clash of Paris. And since then, I don't think we've seen them. I think that was it, bro. I think that since then they kind of came back with the old shtick. Like it looks like right here, they were in Perth, Australia, October 10th, and that's when they came back with the cups and everything, and they came back with the regular fits. But I don't think anything since then has happened. Yeah, they've been gone. They were sending warnings. They had been years and years and years since they had held the championship title. Yet they got it back, and that was something that I think was extremely forgettable. Yeah, right. They looked like they were hitting each other, and then that was it. You know what I'm saying? That was it. Chill out, Josh. Come on, Josh. No, don't start. Don't make us upset over here. Don't make us upset. Okay. Like, I'm not gonna lie. This is the type of stuff that you miss in the Men's Royal Rumble. You had Mr. Iguana. That's what you were missing in the Men's Royal Rumble. Yeah. Look at this. So this, I think, it's just a viral moment. Dude, even Hobbs' music was terrible. Oh my gosh. This is what came out. It said Powerhouse Hobbs. And the music was not it. And then like the bricks broke up, and then that was it. Roy's Keys. What does that say? Make that won't, make what won't, take what won't, or maybe take what we want. I'm sorry, I was tripping on that one. That was crazy. All right, I didn't want to say it, but I think it was Josh. I'm gonna blame you because I think you said that in the chat, talking about Triple K. Roy's Keys. It says take what we want. Are we starting to feed into stereotypes here? What's going on? Yo, chill out. No, I'm so serious. Mr. Iguana was in the Royal Rumble. Him and the Iguana. No, chill out, fool. Chill out. I'm really trying to. I'm not trying to be funny, bro. I'm not trying to be funny. He was in the Royal Rumble. Collision in an hour and a half. Oh yeah. That's why I said chill out, Josh. The Street Profits. Are y'all serious? The Street Profits are legitimately on NXT doing house shows. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The match he did with AJ was actually not too bad. I didn't expect it to be though. The entrance music was so trash, dude. It was like, yeah. I was trying not to say, I was trying not to say, but that's what they tried to. Dude, there was even a pickup truck on the stage. Did you peep that? There was a pickup truck on the stage. Yeah. No, seriously though. There was even a moment in the Royal Rumble where, like, I'm not playing around with Mr. Iguana. He was actually in the Royal Rumble, and then he got chokeslammed, and he laid up like this, like a dead spider. And then he got thrown out the Royal Rumble. And then they threw the Iguana out too. That was rough, dude. I ain't gonna lie. That was not it. I don't even remember how Trick got eliminated. There was so many things that happened that were quick that I think were not. Maybe it's just what they weren't set up in a way that would be memorable. We did have this stupid thing too, where the two Grande Americanos were in the ring. I kind of skipped past it because I think I was trying to get back live. But yeah, I mean, I did see that. Nothing to be overly excited about. It was just for them to do the Spider-Man meme. So even though Chad Gable's been injured, he's back doing that dumb stuff. All right, let's look at the hashtags, right? Let's look at the hashtags of the Royal Rumble. You know what I'm saying? I'm on X, you know. I can't, you know. Sometimes I can't. Let's take a moment of silence for Liv Morgan's post tonight. Liv Morgan. All right. I'm sorry, guys. My bad, guys. Not bad. Look at this fool. This fool said, "This is how it feels watching the Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia." You talk about the women's. Oh my gosh, y'all are crazy. No, yeah. Was it there? Who was the truck for? Oba? Charlotte Flair? AJ? Who was the truck there for? Street Profits are on NXT with Joe Hendry, Ava, and Ricky Saints. Yeah, Oba Femi was spot number 1. Oba Femi, I ain't gonna lie, he did good. He eliminated the first 6 people. Like you remember that year where Braun Breaker was just, I mean not Braun Breaker, Brock Lesnar was just eliminating everybody. He did have like that kind of moment until Brock Lesnar got in the ring, and then we got a couple teases of them facing off before eventually I think it was Brock Lesnar that threw Oba out of the ring, and then Cody Rhodes and LA Knight threw Brock Lesnar out of the ring. Chad returns from injury, then stick him to the back in the same spot where he left. Yeah, like zero. This is what I don't get about the WWE. When people get injured, they disappear off TV and then they take them and put them back in the same storyline. Even if they don't get back in the same storyline, I don't understand why we can't have them progressing. I guess I understand that if somebody's injured, we should have a next man up mentality. But it's weird when somebody gets injured due to storyline and then somebody's injured in reality that the people that got injured in storyline get mentioned on TV, but then the people that are injured never happen. You know what I mean? Like, for example, we're saying that Dominic Mysterio is holding the title hostage, but he's supposedly injured in real life. He can't be on TV, though? Supposedly it's a shoulder thing, right? Why can't he be on TV? Liv Morgan was injured with her shoulder. She was out for like 7 months. Why, when the Judgment Day was going through their ups and downs, she couldn't have been on TV? It doesn't make any sense. I think it was done masterfully when Rhea Ripley was injured and she had to vacate the title. And then we got to see week in and week out Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan beginning to get closer and closer. And then it got to a point where Dom was trying to resist the advances and then he started to succumb a little bit. So then that big pop at SummerSlam meant something because we were like, oh, shoot, Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio, here's with the okie doke. That's something I don't like because then, for example, if somebody is injured and they return, how does that hit harder than Roman Reigns just disappearing off TV and then returning? We didn't even get to see AJ Lee in the Royal Rumble. I should have talked about that too. What the freak was the point of AJ Lee coming back on TV? Other than stealing time? Yeah, Braun Breaker. You think Braun Breaker got buried? I think so. I think that they got the backlash from the internet when people started catching the fact that they leaked that he was supposed to be number 1. Is what I'm telling y'all. Roman Reigns said the WWE needs to change their creative direction, and then a day later he wins the Rumble. Bro said I'm gonna make that call to The Rock. It's gonna get crazy. Gunther almost won. My entire life watching WWE, I've never seen a Royal Rumble. Oh, look at this. Hold on. Let's look at this. Look at this. Look at this, guys. In my entire life watching WWE, I've never seen a Royal Rumble so empty. This is sad. Look at what we just had. AJ last match. Look how empty it is. I ain't gonna lie, this is crazy. Was it really like that? Guess what? The WWE don't care. They got paid. That's crazy, though. Nah, it might have been. It might have been empty. Kiana James, what the hell? Kiana James was in the Rumble. What did she do? Let me look this up now. Now y'all gonna piss me off on Twitter. Nah, Kofi was not in the Royal Rumble. Braun might have lost quicker than Santino. You didn't want to see Jericho? You don't care how many spots an elimination wrestler gets, the winner's the only spot. Yeah, I agree. Because, like, again, Nia Jax threw, like, 30 people out of the Royal Rumble last year. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like in storyline it matters at all. It just keeps her character consistent. I hate when someone eliminates a ton of people and loses the Rumble. So you eliminate a bunch of jobbers, so what? That's true. Because you can eliminate... Technically, you don't have to eliminate anybody to win the Royal Rumble. You know what I mean? Obviously, mathematically, for you to be the last person, you would have to. But like, let's say, for example, there's a scenario where two people are fighting on the ropes, and then they punch each other or something like that, and they both slip off the ropes and fall. Technically, you don't have to eliminate anybody because you could have been the third person in there. Just watch this, right? So yeah, you're right. I mean, in that regard, you don't have to actually eliminate anybody. People are excited about Kiana James in the Royal Rumble. She was doing Tiffany Stratton type moves. She did have this really big Samoan drop on Nia. So, you know what I'm saying? You know what was weird though? Like, it was almost like she was wrestling like a face. Like she was trying to get the crowd to cheer for her. So I don't really know what's going on. But I will say, Kiana James was hooping. I did like that. What do you call it? What is her name? Roxanne had that like Shigo fit on. This is literally what I was thinking though watching the match. She was kind of hooping, bro. She was doing moonsaults, all type of stuff. Look at the fan page. What was this? I thought it was Kiana James up there. Let's see what y'all got to say. They made Gunther enter at number 30 and be the last man standing against Roman. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. Karrion Kross's booking is bad and inspired. Yep, that's what happened. You gotta think about it. He is not a member of the bloodline. That's the problem. Sure, was horrible unless they were all wearing black burqas. Where was the crowd at? Maybe they were incognito, man. Karrion Kross ain't Roman, and you can't say, yeah, facts. Unfortunately, brother, You start to speak off. You start to speak against the authority. You got eliminated. You don't have the juice that Roman got. Yo, they don't care about Hobbs. I'm trying to tell you. How what you gonna learn? They's not stunned. Listen here, V. Nah, Roxanne's been wasting time for a year or two. That's true. JC Jane was there too. Kaylani, Soruka. Soruka was hooping. I ain't gonna lie. But Soruka, like, she's just always exciting, bro. She's always, like, entertaining to watch. I would say. So I'm trying to read some of these tweets. So then you got the people. Now you got the people asking questions. What is going on with Bianca Belair? She's been out all year with a finger injury, and the only time we've seen her was as a referee in the Women's Evolution show. Is she still recovering? Is it really that serious? I've never seen a finger injury keep a wrestler out for an entire year. This is what happens when you just don't book. This is another reason why I say injuries don't make sense to be then taken off of TV. Maybe they just don't have confidence in this wrestler. For example, CM Punk and Drew McIntyre built one of the most engaging and entertaining feuds of 2024. And CM Punk was injured for the majority of the year. This is why I don't understand why you have people get injured and they just get taken off of TV. This is why I tell you this regime does not know what they're doing. Don't get me wrong, I get it. A broken finger could be the difference between protecting another wrestler in the ring or seriously injuring them. I just hope she's doing okay. WWE is keeping this quiet and it's starting to make me nervous. Probably because she's got like a super surgery to have. So yeah, she's cooked. The WWE does need the EST. No freaking way. Look at this TikTok. I don't know how much of I can play because I like the audio, but look at this dumb stuff, bro.
Time. Dragon Sword. Mastodon. Pterodactyl.
Look at this. And it's probably going to be quick. I can only show up so much before, they try to take it down. The literal Power Rangers, bro. That is funny. I know them women was like, bro, I'm not feeling this, but it is what it is. Chill out. Chill out talking about Triple K. 4 matches tonight. Absolutely. 4 matches. AEW ain't getting House back for a minute. He left them for a reason. He ain't trying to come back. He gonna learn. Give him a terrible time. Bayley and Bianca could come on to the All Elite side. y'all have been pushing for Bayley to leave for a long time. Honestly, she needs to. I think she's too deep in, bro. I don't think she's going nowhere. Writing is on the wall. If they belt up Tommaso tonight, I can see a lot more talent leaving the Fed for Duval. So go ahead and put your Go ahead, bro. I'm gonna. You know what? Y'all might make me stream, bro. I might have to make some food and everything. Y'all let me know what you think. Who wins that match tonight? Go ahead. You gotta send some messages. Shut up, yo. V, you crazy? Talking about some I actually enjoy watching. Yeah, them as Power Rangers would actually be entertaining. Champa. I think Champa wins too. Psycho Rangers. You know what's crazy? I'm trying to remember what my favorite iteration of the Power Rangers was. Maybe the Dino Rangers. Let me see. What was my favorite version of the Power Rangers? Go, go, Power Rangers, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. That's funny. I don't remember what my favorite Power Ranger was. Power Rangers Beast. I think I did like the Power Rangers Beast. Jungle Fury. I did like Jungle Fury. I ain't gonna lie. I did like Jungle Fury. I did have some of the Jungle Fury gear. I can't even lie. Dino Thunder had me too. I did like Mystic Force. What are we thinking in the chat? Hold on. What are we thinking right here? Ninja. I don't really think. I ain't really like Ninja Storm. So this is OG. The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. That was, you know what I'm saying. I wasn't really a fan of the samurai stuff. I don't think I was a fan of Ninja Storm either. Mega Force, RPM. I was not feeling that. I think Dino Force and Wild Force really had me. Mystic Force. I can't remember that one. I think Dino Thunder. Jungle Fury had me. Maybe Turbo. Yeah, I remember Turbo. Power Rangers, but I remember I had that joint on. Damn. Talk about a botch right there. Anyways, I had this on cassette. Roddy gonna turn heel and cause Briscoe, and the new TNT champion will be Tommaso. Ooh-wee. I believe the Elimination Chamber, Drew McIntyre will not make it to WrestleMania. I think so too. He's probably gonna have his match against Jacob. That'd be crazy though if he wins the title. Jacob wins the title against him. I think the play is there for Roman Reigns to face off against Drew. And then we can have some heat between the bloodline. You know, Roman Reigns, Jey Uso being like, what's going on? And then Jay got to defend his title against those guys. I cannot remember their names because they're jobbers. But then Jimmy could be like, what's going on? I think there could be a little something that's going on there. Tommy. Let me see. Nah, you got to make me look. No, you're right. It was green. Yeah, he was. I remember the hair. Yeah. I try to remember what the. Let me see what the best Power Rangers were. I was gonna say. I know. I knew Ball. Dino Thunder's up there. RPM. Okay, maybe. Let me look at some images there. Okay. Tommy's up there. Okay. I always like the Red Ranger. So whoever was in the Red Ranger fit. Okay, let me go right here. All right, let me go right here. I'm old, so you always gonna say Tommy. Okay, I feel you. The white Power Ranger was nice too, though. Ciampa gets the W. TK will give him the title before Royce gets one. Oh, absolutely. Royce might not even get the Intercontinental Championship or the United States Championship. He's probably gonna go on SmackDown too. Nah, he'll probably be on Raw. Hey, shout out to. Let's go ahead and give a round of applause. Tryon is off work. Hey, we was vibing, while this dude was on the clock. I would like to say, what's the weather like over there? Where you at? It's snowing over here. So I got out of here. I got out of there early too. So, that's late. The White Tigerzoid, dang. Oh, you right. And boxing's today too. Lopez fights today. What do we watch? I watch Collision with y'all though. We can tune into some of the rest the UFC scores and everything like that while we watch a Collision. Because I do kind of want to watch. Zordon. Arico. I can't remember these guys' names. Ninja Steel. Not going for it. Zato. Casey. Dang. Ricky DeSantos. Leo Corbett. Carter. Nah, yeah. You know what? I did like Lightspeed. You right. Actually, you know what? One year I actually dressed up as a Power Ranger. I remember that now. Charlie, SPD, Psycho Red. I think I like Mystic Force. Yeah. Cole Evans. Yeah. Dang, now that was my heat right there. Oh no, I did like him. You know what? I'm right. No. Now we talking. No. Yeah. Jason. Yeah. Jason Scott was in the reboot. The movie, it's kind of like out of my head, It like didn't exist. That was under Conor McKnight. I guess so. No, facts. RP. Didn't like Tommy as the Red Power Ranger, though. He will always be the green or white Power Ranger for you. Okay. In Florida. Oh, you living that good life. Welcome to the good life. Yeah, I got some friends in Florida right now, actually. Stevenson over Lopez. Ooh, that's a big claim. You know what? I think so. I think we've seen that Lopez is human. I think that Stevenson has all of the ammunition right now to get a W. I think it could be a good fight, but the only problem is you're gonna have to outbox. I think what's gonna happen in this match is somebody's gonna have to get outboxed. It's not gonna be a knockout, nothing like that. It's gonna have to be straight up skill winning that one. So that's exciting. That's exciting for sure. Yeah, I'm excited to see this fight too. Actually, where are they fighting at? When is that fight? Stevenson been talking a lot of smack too. So he's been begging for people to fight him, man. So this ought to be interesting. You know what I'm saying? Like to see, like, all right, when are they gonna do this? When and where? Oh, it's 6 p.m. It's starting today. Are they in New York? Okay. Let's see the round by round. That's why they are in New York. Yeah, I think there was like they all fought yesterday too. Wasn't like Haney's team was fighting, but not like fighting in the ring. It was fighting, you know what I'm saying? Fighting ringside, in the back alleyway, in the hallway. The main card starts around 8:00. Ooh main card, but the main event ring walks are around 11 p.m. So it's going to be right after Collision. Okay. Okay, chef. Let me find out Josh is a chef prepping some Mojo pork. You know what's crazy? I made some food earlier this morning too, and I knocked it out. You know what I'm saying? Just little chicken and rice. I made some light, little teriyaki chicken and rice. Some light. I gotta make some more meal preps too though, cause what we doing right, man? We getting right this year. Heading to the summer, we gonna be all good. So I know I got my big bulky jacket on, but just know, again, yo, I'm ready to take somebody out, man. If I got to put somebody in a suplex, I'll be there. Because I'm probably going to make my ring debut pretty soon, the way that the Don Callis family is starting to fall apart. I got to be ready, you know what I mean? Damn, y'all some Florida boys, some Florida Jits. I don't know all of y'all, but I feel like they call everybody Jit, you know, out there. That's Florida slang. Even though I, like, truthfully, all the times I've been to Florida, I don't think I really ran across people that say Jit, but, like, online, people say that, you know? Stevenson doesn't have the power to KO Lopez, but he's going to have to box and draws. No, facts. Oh, okay. Oh, that boy's in Miami. Oh, yeah, they're living nice in Miami right now. Oh, it's cold out there right now? You know what's crazy? I got some friends in DR right now. Dang. No, Miami is ridiculously cold right now. Like, by Miami standards. Let me see. Stevenson and Lopez? I think so. But here's the thing. I think Lopez is much heavier of a hitter, but again, it's also very tough to knock him out. I don't think he's been knocked out. So I have chefs in the chat. Crazy. Ty Curry? Why nobody Jits? Man, come on, man. Where my grills at? I'm really a Florida boy. I'm not, but you know what I'm saying? I'm actually from California. I'm from the Bay Area. Hey. That's why I try to support my Bay Areans like Bailey and then like North Cal people like Jacob. But I moved now. I'm in the South now. I'm on the East Coast, but you know what I'm saying? Bay, every day, till I die, yee. The Royal Rumble results were leaked a week ago, and a lot of people, including me, knew Roman and Liv would also win. Also, 2 days ago, they leaked that Roman would win the title and hold it for a whole year. Chill out. You didn't know that. No way. Is that facts? If Roman wins, so what? Is that glazing? Let me know. To the 30s by Monday? No freaking way. That's what I'm saying. This fool this fool in the chat talking about you better make some food. You know what I'm saying? Let the rest of us eat up. You're right. Yeah. UFC, yeah, there should be some good stuff too. You know what's crazy? Normally I go downtown to watch the type of stuff with my boys, but it's snowing. Let me see what it looks like. I actually haven't checked. Yeah, it snowed. It definitely snowed out here. E-Physic. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Big 40. You know what's crazy? Every time I've been to a Warriors game, you know what's crazy? I used to live right across the street from Oracle Arena where the Warriors played, where the Raiders played. So I'm real. You know what I'm saying? We're loyal to the soil. On my mama. But I got up out of there, though. I'm going to be back there. I'll vlog, though. I was trying to see if there's going to be... You know, word 2. Let me check that right now. Yeah. I need to see what AEW's shows are like this year. For real. You know, so okay, Dime. All right, let me talk to y'all. So the potential was there for me to go to California sometime soon. I might go out there and vlog a show. If I go out there around these times, okay. I honestly don't know if I would want to go to a show in SmackDown or Raw, but I might go out there because I'll probably go check a show. You know what I'm saying? But let me see what AEW, where they at this year. So, I mean, did y'all like the vlog that I dropped, man? If y'all want me to go to another AEW show, I'll do it, you know what I mean? They ain't Sac, but they ain't Sac sometime soon. Oceanside, Denver. I want to go to one in another state too, though. They ain't San Jose and at 4:30 Pacific time. Okay, I feel you. They got, oh, that's right, they do got Revolution in LA. That's in March though. They got Collision in Tucson. They in Fresno. And then they go to a minute. They booked shows that make no sense. And then they overseas. Ugh, that's tough. Eat the sneak, baby. He said I didn't need spoilers. I completely agree with you. Once I knew Liv Morgan was a participant in the Royal Rumble, she was winning. All the signs were pointing to it was just so obvious. Like, they literally had a moment last night with Alexa and Charlotte. Again, we've been talking about that. That's Triple H's tale. If two people who have no ties are now suddenly friends, somebody will turn. So we knew that if these two women were going to eventually be participants in the Royal Rumble, there was going to be a turn. They were not going to move forwards and actually, this could start some heat. What's probably going to happen is going to start some heat. They're both going to get opportunities to participate in the Elimination Chamber since Bianca Belair is probably going to be injured. And then the fallout of that match will probably lead to them to having their match at WrestleMania. Because there's no way they're just going to have their match at Elimination Chamber, right? No way. Triple H is going to hold that off until WrestleMania. They're going to be butting heads for months. But yeah, I mean, it was pretty obvious. I mean, but that's how it's supposed to be done. If the Judgment Day has 3 members in there operating under the same goal, under the same brain, then by sheer numbers alone, you should win. Somebody should win. So it doesn't make sense that Paul Heyman had 5 guys in the Royal Rumble and none of them win. And he's been trying to parade around that this is the future of the industry. These guys are the vision. And they have done, none of these guys, all 5 of them, none of them in the last year have won any championships. None of them have been in any meaningful feuds. None of them have cut any significant promos. How are these guys the future? We're supposed to be champion. I think it could have just made more sense that they could be the Vision and Braun Breaker could be, you know what, I'm going to keep that moniker of the Vision. But this is all about the young guys, the next guys up. I'm tired of these old heads running wrestling. I want to be with my new sack of talent, the young dudes. Like, that could have been, I think, more compelling than them continuing to run with the name, the Vision, and operate under the same premise that Seth Rollins is operating under. Now, he was saying Braun Breaker is going to be the future 5 years from now. After I'm out of the WWE, conveniently, why is it after Seth Rollins loses or leaves, they're still like, yeah, we're going to eventually become the head of the WWE. We're going to be the guys up the front. Stink, man. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, I appreciate you. I'm glad you like the vlog. You know what I'm saying? I got a new phone, too, now. So let's go ahead and say that. Salazar, I got a new phone. So I can film. For real. New Mexico, that'd be lit. TNA when it comes to Albuquerque. Oof. Yeah, a lot of people said that TNA, their initial show was not lit. Y'all like the vlogs? Okay. Talking about Dame Dollars. We talking about the Yay area. You talking about Dame Dollars. Nah, I'm just kidding. Shout out to Dame Dollars, though. Real cool dude. No cap. I met Dame. A real solid dude. Crazy story. My boy actually told a story about this on YouTube. It's on YouTube. It's documented. I actually met Dame Dollars. Let me find a picture. I met Dame Dollars, and I told him, because D'Angelo Russell, I didn't like the way I actually met D'Angelo Russell. I didn't like his interaction I had with him, and I was like, give this dude 50 or give him 40. And legitimately, I think one of the first matches of the season was those two facing off, and Dame Dollar actually get that full 40. So salute, shout out to Damian Lillard, real one. Dang, dude, I don't have Snapchat. That thing has my
But I won't.
Let me see if I can find it. I'm probably not gonna be able to find it, but just know I'm at Damian Lillard. Actually, I might have it on my phone. If not, it's in my old. I gotta ask my boy for it. Heyman is just wasting our time. You know what's crazy too? He literally he doesn't serve a purpose for these guys. It's not like he's pointing them in a solid direction. The entire time that they've been with Heyman, he's just been saying, "Be patient, be patient." Why would I be patient? Anybody else that you've been with, you've asserted that they're the best, and then you just came out and took it. Why are we being patient? And yeah, I think we all called that too. Like that she was going to be on a losing streak and then eventually win the Royal Rumble. Which also is stupid because now she's lost 3 in a row. She's gotten pinned multiple times. It's tough to believe that she's going to win the Royal Rumble. I mean, that she's going to win. But this is eventually going to lead up to, though, is going to be the moment that Raquel and Liv had their standoff. Where it's going to be something that they're going to determine whether or not they're friends or whether or not they're enemies. That's what it's going to all boil up into. And you know what's crazy? Stephanie Vaquero might not even lose the title. It might just be something stupid where in the middle of the street fight, Liv Morgan comes, please, oh my gosh. Yo, timestamp this. It might be something where in the middle of the street fight, Liv Morgan is trying to come and help Raquel. And what ends up happening is she hits Raquel on accident. Because again, it wouldn't be anything that could be sensible, like Liv Morgan actually coming out there with a trash can and being like, gong, hitting Raquel in the head and be like, look, girl, I ain't gonna lie to you. I want that championship, and I ain't trying to fight you for the championship. I'd rather fight Stephanie. That'd be more entertaining, but they ain't gonna do it like that. It's probably gonna be something stupid. Dang, do I have that picture of Damian Lillard? It's on my old phone. Yeah, shout out to Dame Dollars though. The hooper and the rapper. We from the same area. I think he went to high school. Like right close to where I live. I went to the other one though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Braun Breaker's supposed to be that dude. And he didn't get anything. Thank you, Steve. Shawn Michael came to your store? Dang. Your mom from New Mexico? Division needs LASIK or contact. No facts. Them cataract. They got cataracts, man. So let's think about this for 1 second. These guys are all supposed to be the future. In the last 2 years, what has anyone in the Vision done, including Brock Lesnar? Okay. Cool. Last 2 years. Was any one of them done? Logan Paul lost the championship. Austin Theory has done nothing. He's won no matches. They got taken off TV for months. Who else is in it? Bronson Reed got a little bit of momentum and was just the stunt man for the bootleg bloodline. Eventually injured himself and then returned and then did nothing. Braun Breaker was holding the championship and lost the championship. He also lost a match to Sami Zayn and then lost a match to Mr. Uso. So if he's doing 50-50 matches with Jey Uso and Sami Zayn, why would I believe in him? It doesn't make any sense. He can't beat anybody of relevance either. He lost to CM Punk. Let's just call it what it is. What actual matches has he won? Ever since he lost the Intercontinental Championship, how many matches has he actually won? Even alongside Bronson Reed, him and Bronson lost. So how are we supposed to believe in these guys to be the division when they haven't done anything to even like make that delusion seem real? You know what I mean? They don't cut good promos. They haven't had good matches. They're not doing good moves. They're not winning anything. They haven't won any gold. Why would I believe that these guys are the division? Why would I believe these guys are the future of the industry? What would tell me that? If they came out there and they had been on like, I don't know, 10, 15 win streak or something like that, I would say, okay, these guys might be the future. If Obafemi is telling you that he's the future, I would say, okay, sounds good. But Obafemi even said, I'm not the future, I'm the now. But you're absolutely right. This whole masked man thing is just stupid. The fact that anybody can just put on a mask and do whatever they want to do and interfere in a match is silly. But then if you try and fight somebody who attacked you, then the security is going to come and break it up. But you can just put on a mask and hoodie and you can interfere in anybody's match. You can attack anybody and it doesn't matter. They trying to interfere with the stream, man. I can't do that to y'all again. And now you're exactly right. This is why I said that nothing happened in the Royal Rumble. Because not only were the matches poor, at least in the women's matches, you got some good moments from some of the young talent. You got nothing out of the men. Nothing was entertaining in this match. The only thing that you can remember is probably that Obafemi got to eliminate 5 or 6 people. But then he got eliminated in the most meaningless way. So you're right. There's not any feuds that built. There weren't any moments that were something that you could isolate. Nothing happened. Again, let's go back to Twitter. See, and did anybody talk about anything that happened in the Royal Rumble? With the men's Royal Rumble. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. What Trick Williams said? Let's talk about it. Trick Williams was supposed to be beefing with Sami Zayn, Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, and Randy Orton. What did he do in the Royal Rumble? Let's just look at it. Let's tweet it. We got to see Trick Williams, Javon Evans, and Obafemi standing in the same ring, which is a great movement. I did talk about that. We were talking about that. I said this is a great nod to the NXT guys. Worldwide Willie, that was funny. Trick Williams being eliminated this early sent me so bad. I came back here to complain because what the F? Yep. Oh no. Yeah, the people did pop for Trick Willie. They were lit. If the WWE was a serious institution, they'd be building Trick Williams over Obafemi to win the Rumble. Unfortunately, they're not serious. Triple K's not going. Cody Rhodes eliminating Trick Williams the day before. Last Legend, Obafemi, Javon Evans, Soul Rookie, Javon Evans. Okay. The booze for comedy eliminating Trick Williams. Exactly. Cody needs to be right back in the mid-card division this year. I think so. He needs to stop forcing this dude down our throat as a championship chaser. The people are not going for this. Last Legend slipped and called Trick Williams babe. I remember that. Okay, so nobody's talking about anything. How are you going to let Austin Theory last longer than Trick Williams? Dude, I got ADHD type. Anyways. What was the reason the powerhouse in Rumble? Yeah, that's why I said I would rather him just show up, beat somebody up on the show, and dip. I would rather he just show up, cut a promo, and dip. I don't understand why he showed up in the Royal Rumble to do a power slam and then get eliminated. That was trash. Yeah, nothing happened, bro. And they're gonna try and make reaches over the next few episodes to try and say, "Oh, well, this person did something to me in the Royal Rumble." Guys, it didn't happen. Cody Rhodes hit a crossroads and eliminated Trick Williams. That's it. Nothing happened. Nothing was meaningful. Nothing happened, bro. Nothing happened. I don't know. I might have grabbed some food, man. Should I drop? I don't know. I mean, if y'all want me to drop a recap video, I can. It's probably gonna be me ranting. I might collect my thoughts, look at my notes, and see if I should drop one. And then I'm gonna try to turn it on again and go live for Collision. I think so. I think I'm gonna try to do it. Dude, everyone's elimination was stupid. Even I think Roman Reigns winning didn't really hold any weight. I was excited because Roman won instead of Gunther. But he didn't win in a way that would be memorable. Like, you know when they go back and they play those hot moments from, oh, look at this Royal Rumble moment. Like nothing in this Royal Rumble is going to be memorable. Not at all. The only thing you'll get out of this Royal Rumble is when Roman Reigns pointed towards the WrestleMania the WrestleMania sign. That's all you got for me. Seriously. That's a bet. So let me disappear there for a second. I might try to collect the rant. I drop one, and then we can lock in for Collision. And get some food. I need to stock up, man. It's snowing out there. It doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to hit the store. The Power Rangers were the best part of the show for sure. Crowning a Psycho King. Let's do it. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in. We're gonna be back for Collision. Appreciate our support. Psycho King. I gotta check with Don Callis too, because maybe that was him calling me. I don't know.